we'd like to welcome everybody again to our next episode of Then and Now. This is where we talk about the funeral industry from my dad's perspective as a young man growing up in it. And we talk about how it's changed over these years. We've been here 85 years, and this is kind of our little memorial capsule of information.
Well, I can't go back 85 years, but I can go back a little further than Nina can. Talk about the things that we used to do and offer as services at the funeral home. One of the many things that funeral homes offered back in my day, we had ambulance service.
Like, literally, like, go pick people up and
take them to the hospital.
To the emergency room?
Emergency room, anywhere they wanted to go. Mostly we picked them up and took them to the clinics. People couldn't afford couldn't afford a cab or something, or didn't have a car. They'd call us and we'd take them to the hospital.
Not an emergency.
Not emergency, but we did emergencies. Okay. And each funeral home had a ambulance.
Okay.
There were 6 African American funeral homes and 4 Anglo-Saxon funeral homes. So there were 10 ambulances in the city of Durham. And
that's it, though.
But Durham was not as big a city as it is now.
Okay, I think that
so
makes sense.
10 was quite a number. And the problem was nobody had any training. We were not required to have any training.
You had to drive in a car.
We just put them in the back and just hauled off to the hospital as fast as we can if they were sick, And that's what we did.
Did you have lights?
Yeah, we had lights, sirens. We had several types of ambulances. We had mostly, if we had an old ambulance, it was a station wagon that was converted into an ambulance. Or we'd have a hearse that we called a combination. It was, had a panel on the side, took the panel off, and it said ambulance. And then you put the panel back on it and work a funeral with it. So it was a combination hearse and ambulance.
Is that like a conflict of interest, though?
Some people thought so, whether we wanted to really get to the hospital or not. But we had everybody's good intention in mind. We did that. We also used to offer wheelchairs and hospital beds to families.
Where do you keep all this stuff?
The storage unit we had there. And I don't know, a lot of you may or may not know Freddie Edwards, who works here with us sometime. Freddie was working us as a teenager. He lost a finger messing around with a hospital bed. So next time you see Freddie, ask him about his finger and what happened to it. He was moving a hospital bed. But so we had hospital beds. Of course, our intention was if they didn't make it, then they would call us.
And then you get your bed back then.
Get our bed back then. Sometimes people call us and said, come get your bed. Well, what happened? Mama passed, but they didn't call us, so.
Win some, lose some.
Win some, lose some.
Was it a free service?
Pretty much. We always said we charged, but nobody never paid us anything. We never got any money for the ambulance service.
The ambulance service either?
No.
Did you have lights on the ambulance?
Yeah, we had lights, sirens, and everything.
So all of this was free of charge?
Basically. It's like the ambulance now. If you don't pay them, they still come. Of course, the only thing there is a $1,000 bill probably for an ambulance
they're going to pay you
today.
that $1,000 bill.
But like I said, we would get there, especially an accident, everybody be scrambling. All the funeral homes be there with the ambulances,
Yeah, I think they kind of realized that might be a conflict of interest.
Yeah, we'd be trying to race to the hospital, because we all knew each other. And most of us young. I remember when my brother and he got his license at 16, the two of us, I was 14, we ran the ambulance service at night. So you had a 16-year and a 14-year-old out there taking, running the ambulance service with no training whatsoever. But around the early 70s and late 60s, that's when they start trying to get regulations, making us get training. So we finally had to get a first aid course. That was
Y'all probably didn't have no AIDS in the thing or anything.
No,
Okay.
no.
Y'all a true transportation service.
That was it. Just basic transportation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of glad. I think Durham is a little bit too big for that now. There may be some small places that
I don't think so. I think everybody pretty much got away from that.
Everybody wants an EMT. If I call for help, I want an EMT.
Yes.
Well, that is wonderful, and we won't have my nephews or my children picking you up for any kind of transportation at 14 years old. So that was the then, this is the now. Thanks for joining us.